Hello, people. Welcome back. It is time for Train. Short delay. I think shox has some issues with his computer crashing, but they have now been resolved. So, indeed, Train between these two sides. VirtusPro, a team who are historically known as a dangerous Train side. G2 just have recently, you know, as of late, just become dangerous in general.
Yeah, and the problem for G2 going into this game, obviously, is the fact that, well, for the better part of it, they've been up and down. We don't never really know what kind of G2 is going to show up, and for the better part, VP have been very solid on Train, just overall, at least in offline tournaments. And this is one of the safer maps you can go to if you're VP in this kind of a situation. And G2, they don't necessarily have the most dynamic CT side. They have a very static and set CT side that they go to quite often, and they don't really seem to have that many backup plans if things go wrong. And I think that could be an issue they run into versus VP.
Yeah, I think on the plus side, G2 have AWPers.
They do.
You know, they can go for the double AWP. And that's going to be important, obviously, on this particular map. But G2, VirtusPro rather, might be one of the stronger teams in dealing with that on Train.
Yeah, and speaking of AWPers, normally VirtusPro isn't the team you highlight as having many AWPers in that sense that you regard as world-class AWPers. But on Train, at times they even bust out a triple AWP setup, which I know a lot of French teams struggle with.
I love triple AWPs.
Triple AWPs are a lot of fun. Not sure how effective they are on an average level, but I know for showmanship, it's definitely solid. Well,
shox crashed again.
Well, so I mean, well, he took out Scream before he crashed.
It's nice work.
Did have an impact in that sense, but yeah. So knife round not really decided as of now.
No. Crashing a knife round.
Yeah. But if you're G2, where would you want to start in that kind of a situation? Would you want to start on a CT side and hope for the best, or do you want to set the tempo of the game? Or do you think maybe G2 actually have, because we saw them play an abnormally aggressive CT side on overpass more so than we've done in the past.
Yeah.
So maybe they've have something built up that they can also do on Train.
I would think. I think they won. I don't know if they won a knife round if it's being replayed, but they chose to stay on the CT side. But I would expect them to start on the CT side.
Yeah.
I just think most teams would, and if you get the money to get those AWPs going, then there are advantages to be had if you can shut down the T's early. So I think that would favour most teams. shox just rebooting his game, and then he should be back on the server one more time. My PC at home has been freezing, not CS, but just the entire PC.
Just like locking itself up?
Just been freezing, yeah. Just becomes non-responsive, and like you can still click something in the taskbar, but it doesn't do anything when you click it. It just kind of depresses the logo, but that's it. It's really irritating.
So is it like a graphics card thing?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea. It works fine for the longest time. I don't have the time to fix this crap.
Yeah, I don't just have the technical know-how. I'm completely useless with PCs when it comes to that thing, which is rather dumb considering how much time I've spent around one. I should know how to fix it. Yeah, so I just solely rely on whenever something goes wrong, I just immediately ask everyone else, just like, what could this potentially be? And then obviously I go to Google, and apparently it can be everything in the PC that's wrong, so that doesn't really help me all that much.
On the plus side, I did build a monster PC, which is actually even better than my home PC for streaming. But I'm unable to stream at the moment, so I'll take that home and use that one instead, and just have a broken PC. It's fine. Everything's fine. VirtusPro starting on the pistol side. On the T side,
yeah.
So, and again, we've got 3 players with utility from VirtusPro. We keep seeing this on pistol round. Some people think, oh, it's too much, but I mean, I think surely too much, not enough, would mostly be dependent by how successful it is.
Exactly, and well, just creating a bit of a distraction out in yard, and it's actually kept 4 people out there for now. And if they're able to hold on to these Molotovs, you can use one of them to hold that connector, but if they hold that one on Pasha on for long enough for the afterplant, that could be really tough for G2 to deal with, because they only have 1 kit on body.
Look at his plant from G2, yeah, and then another Molotov coming in, but some CTs have made it through, although shox is the only person to be getting some kills at the moment. Dangerous man to have alive, but then who isn't on the G2 side? The numbers running out for VirtusPro. They don't have any more grenades, so they've got the plant down, but they need more than that. byali getting just 1 frag. bodyy trying to find the bomb, but it's byali alone now. Can he get himself a 1 versus 1? He don't know where he is. Don't know where he was. There it is, shox with his 4th kill of the round, and that bomb will be defused.
I mean, great initial take from VirtusPro, and they do the correct move, which is to move forward up towards connector, try to make the rotation really tough for G2. Obviously, shox hitting a couple of great shots to make that work. But I'm a bit curious about why they wanted to use the Molotovs, especially for the same position with that big of a gap in between them. The first one from byali makes sense because you can still make sure that the G2 rotation is slower and you get more forward positions. But the second one from pasha is, I'm not sure if it's completely necessary. And you can't know if you're VP in that situation. That body has a smoke on him.
Yeah, I think it was maybe to. I think the timing was off because I think it was a planter who threw that last Molotov towards connector. Oh, this is getting awkward for G2 now. shox has to stand his ground, and shox is shox, so he will be fine. Perfectly fine. Everything's fine. Neo with the bomb moving towards the B bomb site. bodyy will have to try and hold things down there. He's only got 17 HP, so he's backing off, trying to use the range. So perhaps there's opportunity for Neo, especially as he hasn't revealed his position in as much as he's not making noise. And he may get a flank on bodyy in this position. But I don't know if bodyy knows where Neo is because he's rotated back to almost the default plant spot. So this is getting super weird now. Neo's looking for bodyy. body's looking for Neo. Oh, just not enough tags. 8 HP left on bodyy.
Yeah, it's a rough 9 damage hit from Neo with that Glock. Not the most powerful thing, and he ends up in it ends up being a perfect situation for bodyy just because, well, bodyy happens to be looking the right direction at the right time, and also gets, as big of a distance between the two as you possibly could have hoped for. Otherwise, we probably would have been looking at a bomb plant from BP and an even stronger third round buy. Would have had quite a bit more utility. Again, well, we're seeing the aggression continue from G2, and I like this. We've seen teams like SK be really aggressive on that inner bomb site on their TD sides.
That is a bonkers setup from G2, and it's going to work out. They're going to upgrade their weapons as well, at least the UMP that Scream had. Scream on an AK, not an ideal situation. Snax on the A site, but the bomb is miles away.
Yeah, and fortunately for VP, they didn't. Well, the bomb didn't get spotted by G2, so they don't really have any more information than the 2 frags they got. But obviously, that in itself is going to be very beneficial. Snax, though, has been able to get his way out into Yard, and he's going to find RpK rotating back in towards Yard. And that does give his position away.
How does he get the bomb down, though? Because G2 have both sides of the site covered at the moment. If Scream goes down and connected, that would be a really huge frag. But it's pasha to get taken down again. That AK onto Scream is a very bad scenario for Mr. Edshot. Smoke goes down, but even then, SmithZz has an AWP towards the back. I'm not sure if Snax just spotted him there. How do they get the bomb down? They kind of might have to go for a bomb plant inside the middle of the train. Snax, though, will face, and now byali will join him.
It's a really tough situation to be in. And it's like you said, the fact that they had both sides of the bomb train covered off, there's no way byali can actually make it to the bomb site without getting spotted by shox, and that's going to trigger whoever's playing close enough to the bomb site from G2 to push forward and be more of a nuisance. So VirtusPro more or less had to rely on Snax finding one more frag in addition to the kill on RpK, and that kind of a situation if they wanted to get a bomb plant down. bodyy going aggressive all by himself, though. Gets tucked into the corner, and he can do a lot of damage here.
Yep, shox is not in a position to help him just yet. They're lining up for him, though. 2 headshots for him. He's going back to the well, but he can't get the 3rd frag. Done some good damage, though. M4 collected by TaZ, but again, this is an eco round from VirtusPro. So we'll see what else they can do. That is a good start, though, considering their investment and the cost to the CT side. So far, so good. TaZ facing. Nice dink, and shox really wants to get out there before anything else happens, and that might cause RpK to go aggressive to make sure he can secure his teammate's position. Looking at the wrong time, though. Just about to get the kill. Snax gauntlet run is... Oh. Oh, he's close. That was quite the gauntlet run.
Yeah.
The Molotov, though, would have been the final decision there.
That was a determined Snax there. Not going to work out, though. But again, not the biggest investment from VirtusPro that are on, and they're going to have a perfect buy pretty much coming in here. No ops on their side, so probably going to see an execute coming in from them.
Yeah, SmithZz will start off the proceedings with the AWP on the CT side, the solitary one. Going to the high ground. Can look left and right of the train, mostly to the right. Ooh, shox waiting for that second flash to come in from a teammate. Scream coming up for support as well, but he hasn't seen the angle. Still gets a kill, of course. It is shox after all. What else would you expect? That's the kind of aggression that we saw Cloud9 leading a trend of on New Train, at the very least, way back when they had that run from Jumac Valencia.
And this is very different from G2, what we've seen from them previously on Train, and it's definitely catching VirtusPro off guard. bodyy in a bit of an awkward situation here. He's going to try to bail out. He's going to have to be very careful.
Very close. Meanwhile, pasha, another situation where he's getting the multi-frags. shox going to face, though, with good timing. The grenade in pasha's hand will cost him his life. This duel is still going on. And finally, Neo will be the one to win it. So despite those early advantages, early aggressive map control from G2, they still have the man disadvantage. Scream exposed to high and low at the same time. Almost, but not quite. And now it's shox. He's got 2 kills already, requires 2 more. Can he get into position before the bomb goes down?
Does have an op, so he might be able to find 1 pick here, but it's going to be extremely hard to find Neo, who's pushing up forward here.
Yeah, Neo's basically on the flank position. Doesn't know where shox is just yet. TaZ goes back to the wall, and that will cost him. And now the question is, can Neo get into position? shox on the other side of the train. Bomb planted for default. He's going for the hero defuse as well. And Neo's still walking. He's going to be close. Half a second. Oh my god, he gets the headshot!
That's way too close.
Oh man.
The VP make it work. That was a crazy round. pasha picking up those 2 frags in Ivy, and the fact that bodyy decides to come back for more in that battle, the prolonged battle versus Neo on Inner. And I definitely think G2 had a lot of opportunities to get back into that round without giving up too much to VirtusPro, because shox is able to shut down pasha, so the pressure from Ivy is taken off. And bodyy could have played that position on Inner way more passively and still been okay, and just relayed information to his teammate and allowed them to set up for a retake.
Will we see a fast play from G2 towards the B bomb site? I mean, it's quite standard for defaults to just have the one person towards B. So I always wonder where the fast plays are from a T side, at least into the B bomb site. And they are very deep on a G2, very deep indeed. There is no one anywhere near connector, if you see on the minimap. So bodyy, if he gets picked off here, that is going to be a disaster. If smoke goes down though, that will slow things and buy time for G2.
And you can see shox gaining so much information here with the aggressive push once again, and there's no coverage from VP at all. And you can already see that the rotation is coming in from G2. They're going to have 4 people on that inner bomb side. bodyy using the Molotov to buy even more time. The only thing that can go really wrong for G2 in this kind of situation is if pasha decides to get a move on and push aggressively behind here on the backstab. But shox is just nearing. He's like Jaws right now.
Yeah, they're still deploying them. Oh, that's going to be the bomb. Neo's flash as well. That's the bomb. Where's the 2-man spray down? He don't even know where they're getting shot from. Here comes the flash. Neo forced to look away, but he doesn't look away in time. And there is the bomb this round. It's getting demolished, getting deconstructed. And again, pasha is still miles away towards Ivy, and byali's on the A side as well. They are so out of position, it's not even funny. It's like the roles are reversed. byali the one going up the ladder. shox caught completely unawares though. But there's not enough time. 15 seconds. There are still, well, we've got Scream close to the B bomb site, but SmithZz gets to pick 8 seconds now, and pasha will be dispatched off as well.
Wow. This G2 aggression is really working out. So they reset VP as well. VP couldn't find themselves in a worse position right now. This is very impressive, though. Again, they have some small things that they can shore up on. Like, for instance, there's no real reason for shox to go after anyone down pop to see if there's any information, because they have the bomb. He can still set up in brown walls and be perfectly safe from white walls. He also has bodyy nearby him, so they can set up and actually put up a crossfire that's going to make it so much harder for VirtusPro to actually do anything. But, well, they're getting the results they want, and shox is just on a tear. Jesus Christ.
This is crazy.
He's never going to stop, is he? Yeah, no. He's like, get back.
I will have my ace.
I will have an ace, please.
Je suis ace.
Je voudrais un ace.
My French is so fraudulent. It's terrible. It's really embarrassing how bad my French is.
It's like grade 8 French. 17-2 for shoxy. Just an average game, of course. There's not a lot of things you can do. And the coolest thing about this so far is the fact that he's been doing it all over the map. He's been going aggressive into A main. He's been going aggressive in Ivy. He's been going aggressive on Inner. He's literally just doing whatever he wants right now. And now he's got his hands on an op.
Oh, a lovely shot there. The pre-fire, of course, shox is going to win. He's going to survive. Support flashbangs coming in from a teammate, and he will just hold this angle. Oh, man, it's just awesome to watch shox when he's playing like this.
Yeah.
And I hope it lasts until the major, because damn. When you got that go TV option.
Oh yeah, no, you don't even need. You literally just need a dedicated cam on shox.
Yeah, I'll get 5 computers.
5 computers, all on shox.
All on shox, yeah. All on shox. Let's do it.
One for like third person, one bird view.
Yeah, one just looking at space.
It needs to have the facial expression, of course. RpK chipping in as well, and it's all down to byali. He's got the bomb and a smoke, but
hoping a prayer.
Yeah. It's not going to work out, and 7-1 for G2. Very impressive start.
Yeah, this is monstrous.
I'm just going to be curious to see, because on Overpass, VP didn't really adjust too well to the aggression coming out from the CT side of G2. And so far, they haven't really been able to find any answers on their T side on Train either. So if this continues on for G2, it's going to be interesting to see what VirtusPro are able to do. If they're just going to speed up the tempo and basically be the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, or what the case is going to be.
What do you think about fast plays into the B-bomb site? Based on the fact that most defaults are 1 person in B and 4 people on A.
I think that's where you find the big strength of it, and why I like it as an option. It's just a kind of similar thing as to knowing the economy, for instance, on if you're playing Nuke, T-side or Nuke, having upper rushes on the first buy rounds, because you know that the CT side most likely won't be able to have X amount of grenades depending on how the first couple of rounds goes.
But no one ever does it, is my question. No one ever goes fast B, ever.
Way too few teams try it, but it's also part of the fact that you know that the T side can be really difficult to handle on a map like Train, so you want to set yourself up in theoretically the safest position you can to get around and get off to a good start.
Look at this, body's going for a 1-man push through B, despite being the only man on the site. No fear, just playing against what's expected in that respect. Trade's coming in towards the Ivy position, but there are T's all over the A site. Scream boosted up, spots a play towards main. Down goes Snax, there goes Neo as normal. No more support for the bomb. TaZ can't afford to go for the plant there. The boost play kills the round for VirtusPro. Tactical pause coming in from VP.
Understandable. Very understandable, because right now they've tried multiple things, and this time they don't die to the fact that they're being rushed down by G2. It's not the aggression that's messing up this time around. It's just unexpected positioning from G2. And they've been changing up a lot of their CT setups so far just in this game, or in this first half alone.
It's really enjoyable for me when you have a team, like G2 did in that round, where you play against what's expected. It's like, you know, you can say it's just, as we go back to that the initial setup of the CTs, you can say it's expected from both sides that you're going to have 1 towards B and 4 towards A, and because of that, you can't afford to take risks with the person who's towards B. But then G2 are like, that's why we can take risks, because you know that we can't take risks. So then, you know, Body's going for his 1-man flanks and so on. Yeah, which is really awesome to see. That's when Counter-Strike is insane.
It's like the mind games on mind games.
Double ops continue for G2. Again, they got their money in the right place. Had double ops since the previous round. shox is 20 for 2. He's died twice. He's got 10 times as many kills. Maths.
That's a pretty decent KD ratio.
So again, we've got shox now playing close to the connector area, so he can support the high and the low ground from VirtusPro. Maybe he'll need to on this occasion, because VP on the eco, maybe that play will come in faster.
Yeah, Body's just doing a really good job of getting information, spots a couple of people, throws them all time, and now he's probably going to go back to holding higher. Actually, shox is going to do that job for him.
Yeah. Oh, the timing! He looks away at the wrong time. He was really needed there. Maybe wanting to reposition. Bodyy does his job well, though. There's the bomb down as well. shox is going to concentrate on the cross. He's got teammates to deal with the other places. There's Scream taking Neo down, leaving byali on his lone. So just the 1 kill for VirtusPro. G2 will not be too... They'll be nonplussed.
Isn't it a nice go at French?
Yes. Every now and then.
When in Rome?
I'm the only person.
When in Paris?
I'm the only person in my family who's not fluent in French.
Really?
Yeah. Most of my family live in France. Yeah.
Did not know this.
My half brother's half French. His wife is half French. Blah blah blah. Goes on even further. shox and Scream around the connector area. SmithZz and RpK going for a push towards Ivy. Not going to work out for him though. But shox is there to trade on the site, racking up those kills yet more. He's going to go down. Trades all over the place. 2 CTs left, make it 1. RpK doing what he can. Even if he doesn't win this round, it's still not a big deal for G2, because they can reset the economy again. If he kills all but 1, then that might be okay as well. So VirtusPro get a round on the board, but again, they have to win consecutive rounds now. Otherwise, we may end up with a 13-2 scoreline.
Yeah, VP actually, well, the first time they bust out a really quick strategy, which is just a very traditional yard push, they decide to follow this up by having 2 ops, which is definitely not going to allow you to do a similar thing. So change of pace once again from VP. TaZ is actually just going to commit out into the 7 train here.
So far so good. Smith picked off, pushing towards Ivy. There is another CT there though. Scream and RPK trying to hold things down. shox facing main, and there goes the bomb. This is worst case scenario. This is why it's okay for G2 to win, to lose 1 round after all those consecutive rounds. If VirtusPro win this, lose this, they get $1,400. They're smoked off the bomb now, and all the Ts that remain are separated, so they can't even trade.
And it seems like G2 falling slightly behind. They still have enough people. Okay, they seem to be falling way far back here. Probably realizing that they don't have anyone on inner. And in a situation like this, they don't necessarily need to hold on to the bomb either. That's not really the main goal with so much time left on the clock. They know that they're going to have to pick it up eventually. And as long as they have a rare eye on it, they can have a good timing of what's going on with VP.
RPK taken down on the high ground, just looking away. Got flash though. There are 2 fast kills for G2. And now there are problems. Scream popping out though. There goes byali. So 37 seconds left. Scream repositioning, and he needs to be careful. If he goes too far forward, his silencer will expose his position, and Neo might spot him. Pasha with the nade in his hand, gets taken down, and there goes Neo as well. Indeed, it's worst case scenario for VirtusPro. They win 1, they lose 1. It's 10-2 for G2, and look at the catch from VirtusPro.
What cash?
Exactly.
It's not there, and well, shox, he's just relentless with his aggression. And for the start of that, or midway through that round, it looked like G2 were actually falling back and being happy about just letting VP pick up the bomb. But they end up in a weird situation where they have nobody watching Ivy. I'm not really sure what part of the map RPK is supposed to cover in that kind of situation, especially with shox in that forward position when he's being left by his teammate. So even though G2 are winning these rounds, it's based off of the start and what they're able to accomplish there, more than necessarily the decision making they're making mid-round.
Snax getting peppered.
Everybody getting peppered. Again, byali all by his lonesome. I had the potential to find 1 kill, but it's not going to happen. SmithZz cleans it up with the 2nd kill of the round. Oh well. Scoreboard does look nice if you're a G2 fan.
It does indeed. So VirtusPro, they need 2 desperate rounds on the board here. 4 rounds would give them a chance. 2 rounds would give them perhaps just a slow death.
Yeah.
Or maybe a quick one, I don't know.
I think quick one would be apt.
Yeah.
A lot of early smokes into yard, but no real follow-up from VP this time, so it's going to be interesting to see how quickly G2 picks up on this. And with bodyy, again, just doing a good job of just buying time and delaying. That's all he needs to do, and VP have pretty much used all the majority of their utility.
Oh my god. I like how Neo is the only person who's fired a gun just yet, and he's got a Tech 9, whereas the rest of the team have got rifles. So that might be a surprise to come for G2. There is an announcement of the first rifle. bodyy dancing around now, doing great work again. He's been such a good addition to this team. 3-on-3. Snax with 2 kills of his own. Neo going through the smoke, and there is the bomb at the hands defeat of SmithZz. byali alone now versus 3. We are 1 round away from that 13-2 scoreline.
This is looking pretty dire for VP. It's pretty remarkable to see like in how many different ways G2 have been able to win this. Okay, they've been mixing it up with aggression and mixing it up by, well, they've made it work with passive holds as well. Double ups that have been out. They've been successful with pretty much everything they've attempted so far this game, and VP on the other side, they've only had real success with that 1 aggressive push out into yard, and well, Snax dying to Molotovs, running out in yard by his lonesome is not going to help.
bodyy going back to the well, but how many times will he go back? He's got 25 HP, definitely needs to get out of there now. Doesn't want to give up that AWP. Of course, he will still hold his ground, and that's just G2 style, which is totally awesome. Still there, finally goes down, but that's just a 1 kill for byali, and he's surely doomed. That said, there's no one on the site, but shox is coming in from the back, and he's going to be unexpected.
Is there a knife? Ah, turns around. shox still gets the kill, and that puts him on 25-5 on the first half.
On the first half, yeah, that is insane. Oh man, I hope Thorin's watching.
Yeah, probably is.
A few boxes of Kleenex, of course. VirtusPro, time to defend. At least they'll have the ranges of these USPs. Perhaps there is something to be done for VirtusPro yet. Not over until Fat Lady sinks.
VirtusPro usually have good CT sides on this map, but they haven't really given them too much of a cushion to work with. And 4 decoys being picked up with the Kevlar here. Not really sure what they're going to be used for. In any case, seems like G2 not opting to go the utility route in the same degree that VP have. They're just going to go for brute force here, and TaZ lets 3 people pass. It's going to be a ton of information. You can see the rotation going on already, and he's going to be able to deny the plant. Really well done by...
Yeah, that's awesome. Information playing a pistol round, don't see that every day. bodyy may still yet be able to get the bomb down though. 2 of these G2 players have got USPs, and they've still got a man advantage despite the play from TaZ. Neo can't find a headshot on this occasion. Just a little bit of strafing can do so much. Pasha now in a 1 versus 2. They're going to set up for the double peek, it seems, G2. Or at least try to.
Scream can just play this as he likes. There's no defuse kit on Pasha yet. He's just going to go out for a casual 1-tap. It is Scream after all, but initially, very good decision from TaZ to just let those 3 people go back. I would have rather seen him fall back after taking out the planner, because at that point you've disrupted G2. They're going to have to basically halt their aggression towards the CT connector to gain map control, and they're going to have to get the bomb down. And at that point, TaZ can just be a constant nuisance up on higher instead of taking that second fight. So because it's such a big risk. If he goes down, you're allowing G2 to get control over the bomb site to a certain extent. But right now, not really that many things go in the way of VP in any case. So I guess frustration might be playing a tiny bit part of it. Full committal from VP into this round, not surprisingly. Don't want to let G2 get to map point and play with basically 13 match rounds. But it's not the most impressive buy we've seen.
How long will G2 wait? A minute 10 on the clock. They're not pressed for time just yet.
Yeah, they don't have too much utility really to use when they eventually want to execute, but well, Snax gives away the first frag. That is going to open up quite a bit of space. You can see VP have set 2 people up towards that inner bomb site as well, so it's really only Neo who has any sort of idea what's going on in yard. Byali's going to get a frag on a dropping RPK as Neo goes down, and well, this is looking dire. Posh is going to have to come up absolutely monstrous if they want to win this.
Not going to happen for him. TaZ, last man standing with full armor on the CZ. He might just have to save this for a coming round. A coming round, maybe the last round.
Very likely, because the buy that we saw from VP, that's just about the same thing that they're going to be able to get going into the next round. So TaZ holding on to Kevlar, that would be nice. Would allow him to get some utility. Maybe potentially a shotgun if he wants to play close up somewhere. And that could garner some results, but right now, G2 couldn't ask for a better situation.
Yeah, maybe he drops a Mag 7.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be the best case scenario. Maybe drops it for byali if he wants to play close up and pop, or he could even drop the CZ for someone else, pick up the Mag 7 for himself, and play on top of the bomb train on inner, play a funky angle, really, to see if he can at least find 1 frag and then bail out.
Yeah, I can imagine he dropped the Mag 7 to someone else, though. It has dab hand with the CZ, and there we go. Snax will take it. CZ's onto byali as well. We'll see if any of these VirtusPro players can make it to 10 kills. Nobody's on double figures.
That's a perfect goal to have going into game, isn't it?
Oh!
Would be Snax to do that.
That was quite the shot. Scream enjoyed that as well. Right, no problem in chat. Anyway, what else can be done? TaZ getting a kill with the CZ, keeping a man advantage for VirtusPro. shox and Smith have some work to do, need to join each other. shox spotted on the site with the bomb. Smoking off, that's going to limit the crossfire shenanigans. Going through the smoke. Pasha, so unlucky there. And there goes TaZ as well. Dispatched of in brutal fashion by G2. 16-2, a monstrous game of train from the French-speaking team.
Yeah, and it's a super enjoyable CT side to watch, actually, from what we've seen from them in the past, where they've been rather static, very passive, especially actually when they get the AWP in their hands. The fact that they'll have SmithZz, one of the few players to actually play from the back of old bomb train, that type of thing. the fact that they were just relentless with their aggression was really cool to see.
That's such a sick match to see from G2 as well, because I know that the way shox his vision of the game, the way he thinks people can play at their peak is essentially if they have, like JW and Fnatic, if they have the confidence to do what they want to do, what they think the best play is, and have the freedom to do that as well.
Yeah.
So when you see the one-man pushes and all those crazy flanks and so on, the pushes on overpass, but the pushes from body as well, like if they have a read on the situation and they're not afraid to take that read, I mean, it allows them to have just a euphoric flow. So that's really awesome to see, especially if you're a G2 fan.
Yeah, and the best part about it is that even though it could be an individual who comes up with the idea, let's say Body on overpass versus TV is like, I want to push Monster like every single round now because they like VP set up this in this way. He still has one of his teammates on B to flash for him out. So he's not just running randomly through a smoke and hoping for the best. He always has someone behind him to back that idea up. Just like, okay, yeah, I'll follow you up on that. Instead of just having 5 individuals having ideas, they have individuals coming up with ideas that the team can execute. And obviously, you see the results of it. It's working out great for them.
Yeah, that is really awesome to see. So Fnatic Astralis will be coming up in 25 minutes, scheduled at the top of the hour. In the meantime, we're going to have the next episode of the map-making tutorial. So those of you who have been in Hammer, it's time to continue. We'll see you back here soon.
This time now, my bro. Come, follow me. Move it.